Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Y'all, I have another awesome idea for this. Stay tuned. Y'all, welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for the wonderful ways in which you support me and my channel. I really do appreciate it. In a previous haul video, I shared one of these with you. I think the recipe on that one was apple pie. This one is pumpkin pie. And so many of you responded and said the recipe looked to be valid. I've never made a pie of any type, so I don't know, but y'all do, and you vouched for the recipe that was on there. So today I'm going to share with you a really fabulous way that you can take this and incorporate it into your seasonal or everyday entertaining life. So I haven't made one already. We're going to make this one together. I'm going to flip to my overhead camera because y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So again, I have the focus zoomed way out on my camera because I want you guys to be able to see what I'm doing. So for this project, it is going to be so super simple. We're going to bring in a Christmas themed piece of paper so I can show you an alternative. We're going to bring in one of the Dollar Tree chopping mats, just one. You get 2 in a pack. So here's that one. Then I'm going to need some E6000. And then I have these little metal candlesticks that I got from the Dollar Tree. I went ahead and spray painted these, just hit them a little bit with some spray paint, and I used some gold spray paint. They're black to begin with, so I didn't want to cover them completely. I just wanted a little bit of that gold spray paint to hit the black and give me more of a speckled look on this. So I have 4 of those, but it's going to be so easy because what we're going to do is we're going to create a little serving tray. The serving tray will be multifunctional. So you can use the tray for any holiday because all you have to do is cut out papers that you might want to use and place them on your tray. I can even use that side. So when we cut our papers exact, they're going to sit in there and not move. Then we're going to take our chopping mat and we're going to cut it down to size and place it on the top. Now we're placing this down because once we place it down, it becomes food safe because this is a chopping mat. As you can see from here, we have food on the chopping mat. So you'll be able to place all types of goodies on here. You can use it as a serving tray that you walk around and carry like this, or you can do as we're going to do, and that is elevate it so that it becomes a tabletop table. So let's do this. So I'm going to remove this. And I'll give you all the measurements. So I'm going to take my chopping mat and I want to remove the rounded ends. So we're going to start by cutting our chopping mat down to 11 7/8 by 8 3/4. That's what we'll start with. We'll probably have to do some trimming, but let's see. Let's cut more than we need or more than we think we need, and then adjust. So I'm fine with it this way. I am going to take off about 1/8 of an inch the long way. So we started out at 11 7/8. We're going to trim this down to 11 3/4. All right, so now that I have my chopping mat cut, all I did was I measured across this way, and then I measured inside of the wooden spaces here, and that gave me my measured size. I cut it a little bit larger just to make sure, and then I went back and I trimmed it, and it came out to be pretty much exact. So in the end, I ended up cutting my piece to 8 5/8 by 11 3/4. And that would be the same for this piece as well. If you're going to cover it in paper to change the look of the board, then you're going to want to make sure that you measure this way and this way on the inside, and that's how you cut your paper. So now that I have this piece, we can place it down right there. And so to hold it in place, all I'm going to do is take just a little bit, and I mean just a little bit, of my double-sided tape And I'm just putting a little bit in the corner, not even a whole lot, just enough to hold it in place. You can use some really tiny glue dots for this if you want, because what we want is we want for it to stay in place on our board. So there I have it, nice and stuck. So when I turn it upside down, it is not going to come off. And so there, y'all, we now have a nice protected surface. I'm going to take this, flip it over, because on this side, I'm actually going to take another piece of that chopping mat and I'm going to place it down, because when I use my E6000, I want to make sure that it does not seep through. And I think that by doing this, this will help to make sure that everything is nice and protected. So to put this down, I'm just going to use my double stick tape. And this is just me being extra cautious. You might not even feel as though it's necessary to do this. We're going to take this and I'm just going to place it down like this. And so now we're just going to take our feet and we're going to place them on like this. I'm going to be placing them on using E6000. Again, these are just candle holders that I got from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take my E6000 and I am going to be rather generous with it. So I'll take this one, put it down right there. I'll take this one, put it down right here, and then we'll take this one, add that E6000, put it down right there. Oops. And then we'll take this one, add that E6000, and then we're going to put it down right here. And if you've ever worked with E6000 before, then you know that it oozes and you need to wipe it up if it gets on anything that you want to protect. So now that I have my legs on, I am just going to make sure that I have these as even as I want them. I'm going to let this dry for about 15 minutes. But I think that what I'm going to do, just to brace this even more so that it doesn't sag, is I am going to take some more of my E6000 and we're going to put down these wooden blocks. And just remember, this is on the underside. So if you want to paint these, you can. I'm not painting mine. I am just going to add them to the bottom like this. This is just giving me an extra firm midsection to the bottom of this. If I was using chipboard, I would double up. I'm going to place that right there. Then I'm going to wipe away my excess E6000. And the way that I keep my lid from sticking is I have a paper towel that's soaked in baby oil. You can do it with a sponge. So all I do is wipe around with that oil. Then when I put my lid back on, it won't stick. So the next time I'm ready to use my E6000, I can just pull it out. So we're going to let this dry for about 15 minutes and then we'll be able to handle it. All right, y'all, so here's my little tabletop tray. I think it's absolutely fabulous. And like I said, you can change out the look by adding different papers underneath the clear chopping mat. So very, very easy to do. There are the feet. I know that some of you have been able to find these boards and you've bought quite a few. So in addition to using them as home decor, why not use them as entertainment pieces? So if you happen to be having a get-together at your house, you can elevate a few of those items by placing them on here. For me, I'm considering this to be food safe because I wouldn't have my items placed on the wooden side. I'd have them placed on my chopping mat here. But if you have any concerns about whether or not this is safe enough for you, I would caution you not to use it in this manner. Go ahead and use it simply as home decor or as a tray for non-food items. And I think that this is just absolutely gorgeous, and I think that the decorative opportunities are limitless because all we have to do is swap the paper on this and we can turn it into whatever we need for it to be. And if you wanted, you could add handles to the side. I'm not doing that, but you could if you wanted to. But y'all, isn't this just absolutely stinking cute, simple? I hope that you have enjoyed this fun way that we can use that home decor in an alternative way in our homes. If you have, please hit the like button. And if you're not a subscriber to my channel, y'all, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. We are doing some of the best crafts, paper crafts and other crafts on YouTube. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you'll know when I upload a brand new video. As always, my friends, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.